The Utah Jazz have a very interesting story. With 0 NBA championships and in one of the smallest markets in sports, how do they have such a loyal fan base? The fact is, Utah never really had so great of a start in their history. In the early 1970s, the NBA granted New Orleans a team, and team officials gave them probably one of the greatest names to represent a city, the New Orleans Jazz, with Sam Battistone being the owner. With New Orleans now having an NBA team, they need something else. Fans. The team traded for Pistol Pete Maravich, an NBA superstar from the Atlanta Hawks. But the team faced challenges. They never really had a set arena to play in and faced problems with the Mardi Gras festivals. Adding on that, Pistol Pete was struggling with knee injuries. The team never had a winning record in New Orleans and had a win-loss record of 161 to 249 losses in their short 5 years in the city. The team also had a chance to draft Magic Johnson in 1979, but lost the rights because they traded the pick away for some guy named Gail Goodrich 2 years before. Ever heard of him? Yeah, I haven't either. The team by 1979 was in deep financial trouble. The team just simply couldn't get fans to the stands or investors. The owner found no other option than to simply get up and move somewhere else. But where to? Maybe sunny Miami? Possibly another team in Los Angeles? Nah. How about blistering cold Salt Lake City with only a metro population of 600,000 people at that time? Brilliant idea. One of the major reasons why Salt Lake City was chosen was because it used to be home to an ABA team called the Utah Stars. The Stars were very popular in their time and even won a championship, but got disbanded because they missed payroll. The Jazz officially moved to Utah in 1979 and kept the name, even though nobody in Utah cares for Jazz. The team owner simply did not have time to rebrand as the season was going to start shortly. The executives quickly brought in Adrian Dantley, who averaged 28 points per game in his first season with Utah. They sadly, however, had to waive Pistol Pete, but we still consider him one of our own. The Jazz then drafted Darrell Griffith in the 1980 draft. Ricky Green also was part of the team as he was an up-and-coming star. The Jazz still could not get a winning season, so their head coach stepped down, and here came Frank Layden, but they still had a losing season. 1982, the Jazz drafted Dominique Wilkins, but he pretty much would rather sleep on the streets than play for Utah, so they traded him away to the Hawks. That season, an emerging defensive star, Mark Eaton, was brought to life, but the Jazz still couldn't have a winning season and missed the playoffs again. Hopes were running low, and so was money in 1983. The owner of the Jazz decided it would be a good idea to play some basketball games in Las Vegas. Oh wait, this team is actually really good with Dantley, Thurl Bailey, Mark Eaton, Jeff Wilkins, Green, Griffith, and is actually starting to profit in Utah. And the Jazz had their first winning season ever. They went 45-37, winning the Midwest Division. The Jazz went on to defeat the pesky Denver Nuggets in the 1983 playoffs 3-2, but got hurt badly by the Phoenix Suns and lost in the second round 4-2. Are things looking up for the Jazz though? Possibly. Fans, however, were not happy with who they drafted in the 1984 draft. I mean, I would be too. He just looks like a dad who wears jorts and sandals to a barbecue. With the 16th pick of the 1984 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select John Stockton. And the rest was history. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be coming out with the 1984 to 2003 video here shortly. Thank you all for your support. See ya.